Bra, bra, bra. Skadadapow. Shapow.
W hoppers to Twitch. I appreciate it. You can watch on your platform of choice, but if you want to support me, the best way is to watch on Twitch. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, Twitch is where our main community lives, folks. If you want to really feel like a part of the community, it's over here on Twitch. It's also where we run predictions and polls and all that stuff, so. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, ads are over. What's up? Let me post announcement in Discord so people know we're live. Real voice reveal? Yo, Tej, where do I send the Tej Venus decoration copies? Join the Discord, folks. We have a frame one Discord. Frame one. I'm gonna restart stream. We have a frame one Discord plug. Go to the Tej Venus channel. Drop any Tej Venus related stuff there. I think we need a new app called Discord for all of us with a touch of the tism. I'm there. I have just a tad. Is the finger feeling better? I don't know, chat. This is the big day 50, day 50 of Bloodbath. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play until my hand starts to get uncomfortable. Then I will stop and take a break if it doesn't feel too bad, and then I will continue playing. But I think the main thing is I think on average, and before I say this, let me preface it and also end it with I don't think you should do this. In all honesty, I think I was averaging 10 hours of GD a day. So my plan moving forward is probably take it a little lighter the next few days, but also never get back to playing that much Geometry Dash per day ever again. I like playing the game, man. But I think that it was just an accumulation of me playing like multiple, like 10-hour days of Geometry Dash in a row. And also, to be fair, I don't think that that's effective practice time. Like, I would say that, like, there were many times I was playing it, and I doubt how much, like, effective practice I was actually getting. I was just playing it because I wanted to. I didn't want to do anything else. Yeah, I think it's good to probably half that time at most. I don't think you should be going over like 4 or 5 hours. I mean, even 4 to 5 hours is a lot to even play video games in a day. Like, I know I don't want to get too normie core here, but guys, can we be honest with ourselves for a second? 4 to 5 hours of doing anything in a day is probably too much time allocated to that thing. That's what the unks say. I think the older you get, you start to learn that conventional wisdom is conventional wisdom for a reason. Agreed. Usually my best progress is within the first hour.
200 bits for the goat of streaming.
Thanks for the 200 bits, Bacon Looter. Appreciate it. W bits. Yeah, so I think that's the thing. I think that the smartest thing I can do is just take it easy Have you guys heard of sleep debt? Sleep debt isn't something you can really like, you can't like bank sleep and then like be sleep deprived, but like it takes you time to kind of recover from when you haven't gotten a lot of sleep. That's how I kind of feel with like my hand right now. I'm gonna take it easy the next few streams. We're coming up on the weekend. This will be my first test. Cause typically on like, especially Saturdays chat, I kind of just play Geometry Dash on and off all day long. And I think that's how I, especially on Saturdays, that's how I think I get to like 10-hour gameplay days. So my goal, depending on how my hand feels, is I'm probably gonna set a hard cap for like never playing Geometry Dash for more than 4 hours per day. In fact, let me write that down before I forget. Which is the true adult. You can only play this much. Which is hard, man. It's hard to limit yourself. But I think one, undoubtedly, I do think hours in is important, but I think that people have said this even with like musicianship. Like anything over 4 hours of practice in a day for like anything is like such diminished returns. So I do think like there's a tendency to overplay and overpractice games because games are fun to play. I'm not going to take a break from Bloodbath. I think with all due respect, I think that's a dumb recommendation. I'm not saying you're a dumb person. I think it's a dumb recommendation. I'm not taking a break from Bloodbath. I'm going to interface with this thing in a more healthy way off stream because my hand developing soreness has that isn't a sign to stop. That is a sign that I have been pushing my body too hard. Do you understand? I think this is the trouble some people can get into. They get this all or nothing mentality. This is hurting you both mentally and physically. I think you're rage baiting. You're banned. You're actually, okay, you're actually a dumbass. No, it's not. I jumped to Bloodbath because I want to beat Bloodbath, and I've been having a great time playing Bloodbath to the point that I play it a bunch off stream to the detriment of my body. If there's any doubt that this is something that I want to be doing right now, go fuck yourself. Straight up. I love this shit, bro. I want to be a top player. I want to beat top levels. This isn't something I'm forcing myself to do. I love this shit. That's why I'm doing it. That's me putting 10 toes down on that shit. I'm tired of people projecting their own insecurity and like depression and whatever like weird fucking mental health shit they're going to. Stop projecting that shit onto me, bro. I want this shit. But as with anything in life, chat, the things you want, the things you care about, they can also hurt you if you engage with them in the wrong way. So that's all I'm saying. I've been pushing my body too hard. It's like an athlete, right? Athletes can do the same thing. And I know there's still like the whole discourse around sports versus esports. But like, athletes aren't supposed to over practice either. And like it or not, like when you're playing a game or like you have a lot of freaking CPS, like you are expending musculature. You have a finite amount of how much you can healthily do that per day, especially if you're doing it in a non-effectively ergonomic fashion, which I'm sure I'm not. I mean, we didn't joke about it, but we brought up like how W Popoff, like if you guys have watched W Popoff, like the way he clicks is like this. Honestly, from the wrist, that's probably better. I feel like a lot of the strain I'm feeling in my hand is because I completely move from the finger. And like, if you don't know about like simple physiology, like the smaller the joint is, the easier it is to like overuse it, you know? Like it makes sense that you can do more from your wrist than you can from your knuckle, essentially. Or it's not just your knuckle, but it's like where I feel it is like in, you know, the joints, or not joints, what is it? The tendons leading into my hand. So like, you know, like right through here. Whereas if you use your wrist, you'll feel it more like in here. Honestly, in a perfect world, if we could all click from our shoulder like this, that would be for the best. But it's hard. In Osu, it's like that too. It's why top players get hand strains. Yeah, I think it's really cool and it's really special to have a game that you care a lot about to the point that you want to put like a crazy amount of hours into it. But I think specifically with the past couple of weeks of Bloodbath, especially like, to be fair, chat, when we started getting progress, playing Bloodbath got a lot more addicting. And so I think that's part of it too. Like as we continue to get progress, I was getting more addicted to like Bloodbath and playing it off stream. So I would just like, I would play nonstop. I would end stream, I would get all the stuff I need to get done for the day, and then I would just like mindlessly play it for pretty much the rest of the evening before bed. So that's like, what, 2 to 3 hours minimum on stream of playing Bloodbath, and then like several hours afterwards before bed. It's too much. Get back on Grief? Should I go for Grief? Are you gonna jump from Bloodbath to Aranophobia? I don't know what Aranophobia is, but I am gonna jump to Sonic Wave after Bloodbath. Tej, your perspective is wrong. You're so good and so persistent, your hand is hurting. I don't know if that's... I'm gonna treat that like it was said in earnest and not rage bait. There's persistence, chat, and then there's like self-sabotaging yourself from gripping onto something too tightly. And that's why I say to say as I say, not as I do, because I am definitely the person where like I can become very stubborn to the point. Yesterday, y'all, when we made TeejVeen, that was supposed to be a break for me playing the game. I think I ended up playing for like 45 minutes or something. And like I was not supposed to play that day, but I was stubborn and I wanted to verify the level that we made. So that's toxic, bro. I don't want people to like, that's fucking bad. Like change your mind on that. Sorry. That's a really bad sentiment because people can like, maybe it's the David Goggins effect too, where like he talks about running like mega marathons where he's like, I ran 100 miles and my legs felt like they were gonna blow out of their kneecaps. It's like, yeah, that's bad. Like the reason why your pain centers in your body let you know that you're going through pain is because you might be doing permanent damage to your body. Like it's not, all right, bro, you've been spamming the same message, you got timed out, you're banned. Like, shut the fuck up. And chat's already annoying today. Par for the course. Do you think it will beat Sonic Wave before 2027? I want to. Do I think it's realistic? I mean, we haven't beaten Bloodbath yet. Do I think it would kind of be a movie if I could beat Sonic Wave before the end of my first year playing GD? Absolutely. Would I be lying to you if I said that wasn't entering in why I kind of want to jump to Sonic Wave? Because I want to see how much I can push my limits in the first year of me playing this game? What are we talking about? But we need to lock in on Bloodbath. And if I want to beat Bloodbath without having to take a break from Bloodbath, which I'm not going to do, I need to start interfacing with the game in a healthier way. And I think, like, you know, there's some growing pains to this, right? I was so used to playing Geometry Dash only on stream and playing levels of difficulty that I can only make, like, I could still make meaningful progression on just playing a couple hours a day on stream. And I think that's part of what people need to take in consideration if you are making a jump that I understand and appreciate better now. If you are making a jump, do not overcompensate by putting in more time and effort in any given day. You should still play the game probably the same amount, maybe a little bit more, but don't go crazy and play it like several hours a day. It's too much. So that's what I'm taking. Straining my hand, I'm taking that as signal of like, not to stop, but to be a little more mindful about like the physical cost that this grind could potentially do. That means, yeah, like if my hand starts feeling a little strained during stream, I'll stop and do some wrist stretches. If it starts hurting, I'll straight up stop playing GD for the day. But I think that's the thing. Like, that's it. I don't know. I feel crazy, dude. Chat, I feel like I come on stream and I talk about, like, I say, like, normal things, like, apples are red. And then, like, there are still chatters in chat that are just like, no. You're saying apples are red? What? And, like, that's what's confusing to me. Like, I feel like the things I talk about just make sense. I feel like I'm talking about, like, common sense things. Like, I don't understand how we have discourse over, like, common sense. But maybe I'm just getting one or two guide. I don't know. Yeah, whether it's hand pains or eye pains, Go Jesta, like, it can come in different forms. I mean, even, like, early on in, like, our demons grind, like, especially when I was playing, like, more sensory heavy levels. And I think before I developed, like, good, like, blinking, I guess. What's the word? Blinking discipline? I don't know. I made it up. Blinking. You need to learn how to time your blinks when you're playing a visual heavy game like Geometry Dash. I used to get a lot of eye strain playing this game that I haven't had as much lately. But yeah, I think even with jumps, you need to remember that this whole thing is a marathon, not a sprint. Even though you're... Because I think some people, they mistake why people jump. Like, some people are just like, why are you jumping to progress at the game fast? It's arguably faster to progress at the game if you just progress at the regular, and it's like, that's not why. Maybe that's why some people jump. That's not exactly why I jump. I jump because I want to be challenged by the cool hard levels in this game. I don't want to play an insane demon. I want to play Bloodbath. After Bloodbath, I don't want to play Insane Demons. I want to play Sonic Wave. But TJ, that's messing up your progress. Cool. I want to play the levels that I want to play. That's it. I'm not trying to min-max effective progression in the game. I want to be challenged by hard levels until I beat them. Probably a more reasonable way to achieve those goals is to play easier levels to slowly get better at the game, but I don't want to do that. I don't understand why people don't get this. It's because people just like, I mean, this is blanket in general, chat. People just like to assume and fill in the blanks of context where there is none. Or even where there is already context. This is specifically a problem online that I've talked about and ranted about before. But people are just like, they will look at something, face value, like joining someone's stream for the first 10 seconds, and going off of completely preliminary, superficial information, they will decide to fill in whatever context they deem necessary in order to reinforce their own opinions and belief systems. For example, people will see my stream. They'll see I'm jumping from 9 circles. They will hop into the stream as a first-time chatter and be like, why are you jumping? It's bad to jump in this game. What the fuck are you doing? Without understanding, it's like, bro, I'm not just doing it for the pageantry of it. I'm doing it because I want to do it. Like, I don't know. I don't understand why people make shit so complicated. But, like, that's not the only... This is just what people do online. This is just what people do online, irregardless of GD or whatever. Like... People who want to be in a bad mood and misunderstand are going to be in a deliberate bad mood and misunderstand. Like, have you ever talked to somebody, chat? You've been like, hey, what's up? How's your day going? And they're like, well, technically it's the afternoon right now. I don't know why you're asking how my day is going. It's the afternoon right now. And you're like, oh, sorry. How's your afternoon going? They're just like, yeah, whatever. Like, some people are just like, they're going to deliberately be a dickhead. I don't know if I'm going to do runs to 100 or runs from 0. We'll see. Oh, this guy on YouTube's been spamming for a while, guys. I'm just going to time out this guy for 24 hours. I don't think he's a bad guy. I need to be better about sending out 24-hour timeouts instead of banning. Chat, feel free if a chatter is being annoying and like no mod is taking care of them. Like if they're spamming the same thing, feel free to call them out because sometimes they can fly under the radar. You can even say that by being like, yo, dude, stop spamming or whatever. The YouTube chat already being bad? Nah, YouTube chat's fine. Oh, where's my text? There it is. Guys, join the Discord if you haven't. Link is in the Twitch chat. If you're watching on YouTube, go in the description. This is the new TeejVeen channel. I made my first GD level yesterday. A lot of people have been posting in here, man. So I'm just going to kind of scroll through and see. Oh, I guess this guy just took a picture of them getting 100%. There's no video, though. So you could have just, like, no-clipped this. But honestly, chat, I'm super excited. This is the most engagement we've gotten in Discord, bar, like, nothing. Like, honestly, you guys have been talking more in this channel, too. Should we do more stuff like this, chat? What's up, Quinn? Yes, the little portmanteau, as it were, it's, like, right there. There's actually quite a bit of wordplay here. Because it's like TeejVeen could also be a play on Eternus. It could also be a play on, obviously, the way I initially intended it was the planet Venus, obviously, TeejVeen. And then, yes, also, people have been talking about weenies. And probably some other fourth thing. Yeah, like, you can't just screenshot a level with 100% completion. Like, that's so easy to cheese. Guys, what are we doing? Especially after I literally said here, I recognize that there are a bunch of, like, secret ways and stuff. I literally said, which I'm sure a lot of you didn't read because you're TikTokers and you don't read. Who will be first victor? Post video. No going for swag routes or secret ways. Beat it the path I took or does not count. Because, for example, chat, and I'm well aware of this, people in chat were talking as if like they were some kind of unique person when they were saying this. They're like, oh, TJ, actually there are gaps. PJ, actually there are gaps and actually you can go. Cool! Then don't take the gaps. We had literally an hour to make the level. If you think I'm going to freaking fully playtest and fix a level that we had, my first ever level, that we had like a freaking, like, second, or like, we had no time on it. Like, yes, you could load up TeejVeen and just do this. Wow, I'm so smart. Like, yeah, you could, oh, maybe you can't, wait. You could do that for the ship section. Wait, this might become harder because of this. Wait, you can skip the wave. That's kind of the biggest skip, probably. So probably, yeah, if you want it, here's TeejVeen if you wanted to cheese the difficulty. Oh my God, I don't know if this makes it easier. Specifically the UFO part. This part's really hard. And then you fly over it, there. No, then you die. Wait. Wait. Anyway, I've made my point. You piss me off. What are we looking at? Like, I get it. There's cheese. And a lot of people are like, dude, I don't know. I want to do more level creation streams, but dude, chat was so annoying. That was one of those streams where I even like, I went back and I watched through the VOD because I was like, was I being dramatic? Was I being too much? And I was like, no, chat really was just being insufferable, bro. It's really funny too, because when you watch the video, it literally starts with me being like, okay, now. So guys, don't overload me with a bunch of information. Let's try and stay focused and only answer questions when I ask questions. And bro, it might as well been me like being a teacher, letting kids out for recess and be like, okay guys, when you get outside, stand in a straight line. And of course you open the door and what do all the kids do? Like they go jump on the jungle gym. They go slide down the slide. They don't listen. I try to give you all structure and you just piss on me. Anyway, let's keep going. Dude, like, oh wait, no, this is the same one. Sorry, how many people just posted, look, 100%. Guys, like these are just screenshots. What are we doing? Oh, here's a completion. Oh, let me pause the music. This might be first victor because, guys, the qualification for first victor was I wanted video proof. Although this is like halfway through the attempt. Do they go from the beginning? They have their cheat indicator too? Wait, what do they turn off? What do they just turn off? Auto... What? Hold on. I know you can't really see this. Hold on. Auto D... Do you guys see this? Auto... What is this? Auto deafen. Oh, what's auto deafen? Okay. Okay. Oh, it deafens on Discord when you're far. Oh, that's sick. Okay. W spam. Okay. Oh, at Karuma is first victor of TeejVeen. Reply with your Twitch name and I will VIP you if you want. Bang. W Karuma for actually following instructions. Thank you for following instructions. Now people are going to make a bunch of like videos like, yo, who you hacked. I don't know. Whatever people say about stuff. I sadly can't do a vid. Hey, that's okay. It just means that there's no evidence for us to prove that you did it legitimately. I'm still working on decorating. Yeah, I think there's also some deco that we can check out here. This is another clear by B. I don't see their full name, but I mean, this looks legitimate. Unfortunately, they just weren't the first. But that's another W. Looks like Jack also got it. Ooh, their recordings. Look at this FPS. Holy. I'm not going to watch all these, chat, but W. Guys, you can't just take a screenshot. Seems legit, W. I think I'm one of the first, like, 3 legit victors. Dude, there's like 4 at this point. Or 5? I think you're 5th. Oh, is this deco? I don't like it when people say they can't vid when screen recording is not hard at all. Yeah, I mean, OBS definitely makes it like, you guys don't understand. As an UNC, back in the day, we had to use unregistered Hypercam 2 or like Fraps. Like, you guys don't understand how easy this shit is these days. Damn, we got a lot of victors. Another W. Wait. Did B take a swag route? He said he rebeat it without swag routes. Oh, I should have actually verified this. Hold on. It used to be unbelievably hard to record and stream. Yeah, I don't even know, like, before OBS, I don't know how people streamed. Like, certainly since I've been streaming, OBS has been the de facto. B, did you swag route? You can't skip the final spider. TeejVeen is back half carried. You have to do the final spider. But I'm glad that you came back and you didn't do the swag route. Here's all the parts on the level if we're gonna do a deco collab. Oh, damn. Chat, should we do a deco collab for TeejVeen? Dude, I love when some people's neurodivergence hits this way. I love some people's neurodivergence. How would a deco collab work? We just like, we hire specific people for, or not hire, like one person does ship, one person does etc. Like people separately deco each section. GD share mod? Oh. All right, we'll get to that. We'll talk about next steps for TeejVeen once we get through this. TeejVeen 1.2x speed. Hold on, let's hear this with the volume. Oh, is this a remix? Is this faster? I guess it is. Yo, this level's kind of aura at 1.2, bro. That's a fire and a W. You gotta do the video proof, y'all. I'm gonna go back to my lo-fi beats. W audio quality. Hey. Everybody who decided to screen record, no hate on your setup. Like I'm very happy that you guys even participated. This looks legit. They just didn't cut out their failed attempts. But that looks legit. W. Damn, we've got a lot of victors. Dang, y'all really... I had people in chat yesterday, and some of you were just like, I really want to play this right now. I really want to play this. And I was like, that's so interesting. I wasn't expecting that people would want to play the first level I made. Like, I thought that everyone would just kind of laugh at 1.5x? Dude, y'all are... Who's going to be the first 2x TeejVeen victor?
That's first person to beat it on 1.5 times speed.
Nah, you're different for that. Nah, you're genuinely different. Nah, that's sick. Nah, that's awesome. Is this Dexter? Did you use this as a thumbnail because you think that I look like him, or what is this? You changed the music. How could you? You broke TeejVeen. Yep, looks legit. I gotta blow my nose. when you playing Bloodbath, can you let me and my community have a wholesome moment? Yeah, frickin'. Look at how excited everybody is. We're clearly doing something. Most clicks in a completion? That's kind of crazy. Well, the alarm's going off, chat. Remind me I need to go live in 10 minutes. Is this a custom saw? I don't really know. I think now we're getting into the deco part. I don't understand how deco really works. So like it's hard for me to know like what is and isn't impressive. I'd say I like the color scheme of this. It's just like a little too dark. I think it messes with legibility a bit, but I like the color scheme. It just looks a little too dark. Okay, people just keep doing it at higher and higher speeds. Maybe someone already did 200% speed. Are we allowed to do collabs, I guess? I don't know what that means. It's basically mashing objects together until it looks good for the most part. I guess that's what we learned in Sputnik's video. We learned that like everything is just like an object smashed together, right? Should I become a streamer where I just like have a cat on screen? Like that? Wait, did they literally already do the 2x? What's Ek Hem Deco? What? What is this? Teej Venus and 13 clicks. Did you take a swag route, you bastard? This is probably with every swag route, right? Was that it? Was that all the clicks? Oh. Just because it's creative, I'll give you a brain and an exploding, but also a cry. 1.6x speed. Someone already did faster, but I'm not going to take away your flowers from you. That's impressive. Fire W. Is this a fair buff? What part is this? Chat, I made this level. I don't even remember what part this is. Oh, is this the beginning ship? Oh, it's like the start, a straight fly. Oh my God. Wait, that's kind of sick. Yeah, chat, feel free to like, you can mess around with the layout too. I said before on stream, like if you guys want to like, if you want to fix the levels so that you block like the potential swag routes, like PG3 took in the 13 clicks video, like you can do that too. Like just do whatever. We have another Victor, W. We're building a lot of objects. There, join the Discord. Discord is mod only. The Discord command is mod only. Now this is what I'm talking about, chat. This is what I'm talking about. We were looking at a bunch of objects and stuff. This is what I'm talking about. They even listen to me, bro. They even listen when I said at the beginning of the segment, I was like, imagine like we're trying to get to TeejVeen. We're flying through an asteroid belt. Fire. And I guess fire is an upvote. This is what I'm talking about, bro. This is what TeejVeen needs. We need like a little like mise en scène, a little like we really want you, the player, to feel like they're playing a video game. You know what I'm saying? Rather than just a layout. Rather than being in a Gmod sandbox. This is immersive. This is the best deco I've seen so far. This is cool. This is unique. I think this is similar, kind of like the purplish pink color scheme. This is a little more legible. Oh, is this also a buff for the UFO part? Are these orbs potentially? That's interesting. Oh, someone documented. Okay, cool. Yeah. I still don't really know what this one is. What can I add to make it look less bland? I don't know. I don't understand how deco in this game works. Yeah, it looks like glow really does help. I mean, in general, that's like, for those of you who don't know, chat, in general, in art, the way you get dimensionality to something is by adding, on one end, shadow, on the other end, highlight. That's how, like, a flat image can become, like, really awesome. So let's see, like, there's got to be a good example of this. It's kind of a bad example. Where can I find some? I feel like Pinterest might have something good. Pinterest without shading and highlights and with. Dude, how do I search this? I give up. You know what I'm talking about, though. If you've ever drawn or done art, you know what I'm talking about. I wish I could have found a visual representation, but whatever. That looks pretty cool. It looks like a little, like a shaman's hut. TeejVeen. So I guess deco is also like, some people are trying to make custom, like, what are they called in GD? Obstacles or like destructibles? Like some people are focused on decoing the level and some people are focused on decoing the objects. I guess objects. No, I know it's called a spike. Oh my God. I'm just gonna call it an object. Some people are focused on decorating the objects and some people are focused on decoing the level. I think I'm a little more excited by the level deco. Ooh. That is an improvement. I like that. It makes me like, kind of like the freaking generation retro of it all. This looks like a cool, like, little tunnel in an 8-bit game or something. Who are these? Did you make these or are they pre-made? If you made them, cool. Oh, here's 2X. Some people are decorating the level that's outside of your intended theme. Is that fine for you? Guys, I don't know how many times I'm going to have to say this on stream. Here we go. The cool thing about art is you can do whatever you want with it. The cool thing about when you start drawing on a piece of paper is when you draw a line, it can become a dog. It can become a person. It can become a building. Imagine, if you will, that we started a drawing and I drew a line on a piece of paper. If you pass that piece of paper to another artist, it is then the next artist's decision what to do with that line. That is what artistic collaboration is. It becomes an artistic dictatorship when the person who drew the line says, no, not like that. No, that wasn't the vision. Art can be whatever you want it to be. That's what makes it cool. If we're ever making something together as a community and you have an idea, you should feel free to pursue that idea and add to it the way you want to do it. There's no right or wrong way. There's just the way that you think you can add to the thing that we're making. Does that make sense? Like, yes, I had a vision in mind when we started, but that's the way art and creativity works, chat, is it takes different forms, and the more cooks you have in the kitchen, sometimes it can be to a detriment for a completed or working piece, or it can be to, like, you know, something can turn into something that the person who started it never even imagined because you have a different perspective, because you have someone with different thought who's like, oh, what if we go this way instead, you know? So, like, don't feel... I might have a bit more of an affinity. For example, the person who made the asteroid belt, I was like, oh, wow, they saw my idea to fruition. Like, that might stir something more in me. But also, if you never try to make something that you think is like if you think you have a good idea that would make TeejVeen better, and you just never try to do it because you think I won't like it, then you eliminate the potential future where it's like me looking at it and be like, oh, I never thought of that. And actually, that's so much cooler than I could have thought, you know? Anyway, this is 2x speed TeejVeen. W. That's crazy. 3x next. That's a cool little background. My personal opinion, the background's quite distracting though. And you guys know that, like, above anything else, I like legibility of levels and accessibility for viewers. I feel like this might be a little too much, a bit too busy of a background. But I do think it's pretty. You monster. You monster. Let me see the actual clear. Wait, you did it? Wait. Oh, sorry, I blinked. Cool. Did you just update so you can just wave spam through the whole level? Honestly, TeejVeen wave spam the whole level would go crazy. Yo, what the helly? Oh, did you just remake the whole level? Wait, so what's different? You kind of still have the ship. That's the change. Yeah, I think you just kind of rebuilt the level. That's fine. And then you have kind of the... Dang, I need like a side-by-side comparison. That's awesome, though. This is very cool. Absolute Cinema, I agree. What? What? This looks like a virus. Oh, this is that guy. I see. The guy who couldn't get it up there. Oh, is this from this morning? Is this because people saw that I was reacting to people's completions and now everybody's like, I need to get mine in? Sure. There you go. Here's the engagement, folks. Here's your engagement. Here you go. Here's your engagement. All right. Well, TeejVeen. You should make a wave challenge if you want. Maybe at some point. Oh, my @ here didn't work. I did @ here in all caps. I need to retype my message. Time for Bloodbath? No, dude, we still have to react to it. God, you are so antsy. Some chatters, bro. Bro, you're not slick. Guys, I'm not going to VIP, like... I can read your Discord name. Dude, people are just like, they really don't lack the audacity. This is Aura Loss, by the way. And now we just have people repeating the same joke. All right, man. At least be original, guys. Come on. At least be original. I need to put this down a bit. Boop, boop. Folks, this is every level top players are scared of. Let's find out what levels I'm going to be beating after Bloodbath.
All of the hardest levels in the game seem unassailable to your average player. Of course, there are those who spend the time and effort to build their skills to be able to handle them. Players like Zoink, Popoff, and the other top players who go
and TeejVeen
around beating everything that winds up on the list, and even challenges beyond that. But there's some levels not even they were willing to give a go. Levels that stand out from the rest in terms of how intimidating a prospect going for them is.
Like Can't Let Go.
These are the levels every top player was scared of.
Zoink beat Boobawamba, no?
One of the biggest examples of a level all the top players ducked was Boobawamba. Players like WizKid and Tyago had given
this is like a really hard memory level, right, chat?
attempts to it, but inevitably got sidetracked and went on to different projects. For a level that was initially placed outside the top 10, it quickly found its way up to the number 3 spot on the list, going to show just how much people underestimated it at first. From its initial release, it took over a year for anybody besides its verifier East Shark 1 to beat it, and the eventual first victor was not a known top player. Because of the lack of competition for the first victor of Boobawamba, Aghanom was able to come in and claim the first victor title through sheer determination and 92,172 attempts.
Wow!
The level had been known far and wide for it not having any victors, with that being its main selling point to the community. Once the curse was broken, only then would Popoff and Zoink go on to beat the level, and not even take that
this thumbnail's kind of crazy, bro.
long in doing so. In a way, it was a paper tiger for the top echelon of players, who likely psyched themselves out due to its reputation in the community. Nowadays, the level has 5 victors, which isn't an abnormally small amount for a level in the top 10 currently.
Based after base, that's the one Vortrox made.
Speaking of Akuna-kun, his other top 25, Based After Based, also took quite a while to receive its first victor. It has its own gimmick of only using 1x speed dual gameplay with no spikes, saws, and slopes throughout the entire duration.
Let's go. W gifted as always. Appreciate you.
Conventional levels such as these almost always take longer to receive a victor. Add on the fact it was unrated for a very long time, and you have a recipe for a ducked level. When it did finally get rated, none of the established big-name players decided to go for it. Once again, it'd be left open for more underrated players to snag an achievement in this modern-day top play scene where almost everything goes to Zoink or Pop-Off Frame 1. For this level, its first victor would end up being WH Fire, who is also a victor of Nullscapes, which we'll talk about later. Even for a player as good as him, he described the weeks of learning the level as actual hell and suffering. It just goes to show how hard this level actually is to approach. To this day, the level is one of the lowest victor counts outside the top.
Are most of the most terrifying levels just memory levels?
10 and only 3 victors.
Or like Learny-esque levels? Like, that makes sense. I know about codependence.
Codependence in the 2-player game mode as a whole may just be the most—
I guess my take on not loving memory levels is not the hottest take I thought. Maybe it's kind of a cold take.
avoided things on the entire list. It's a very well-known meme that Zoink will never do codependence, and it's pretty—
Well, that's just because top players prefer skill-based levels. Me and top players have something in common. One could argue that perhaps that means that I'll be a top player someday.
simple to explain why. 2-player is an entirely different way of playing than anybody is really used to, unless they specifically train that skill from the ground up. While some people like WizKid have successfully done so by progressively playing harder and harder 2-player levels, it's like asking people to relearn the game as they know it, and a lot of them aren't willing to make the time sacrifice necessary just for a few extra list completions. When Puckle's—
Yeah, we talked about this before. It's like the longer you spend time working on something and developing the skill for it, your ego kind of attaches itself to it more. This happens a lot with games in general, but specifically in GD. I argue that a lot of players who have like over 1,000 hours in the game, I feel like they might talk themselves into a corner because they have a bit of an ego attached to their performance in the game. Therefore, they feel more discomfort with going for more jumps in difficulty for new hardest because it makes them feel illegitimate at the game again. It makes them feel like they're Bambi walking on the ice again, and that feels bad when you have over 1,000 hours in a game. I think that's something that you should fight against. I think that's your ego lighting up a bit. I think it's important to always feel comfortable trying and failing without having it feel like it's a personal failure. It's just like you're trying at something that's outside of your current skill range. Therefore, you're pushing your limit. Therefore, you are actively improving, even if your ego is telling you like, no, I'm already supposed to be the best. Like, it's bad.
verified codependent solo, it quickly led to a lot of infighting over whether it should be added to the demon list or not. It was so
It's like if frickin' Mozart was making a bunch of songs and then one day he decided to pick up sculpting, and then he was going to his friend like, oh man, dude, I sculpted a sculpture for the first time. It looks like Dookie. Then his friend has full right to punch him in the face and be like, dude, you've never sculpted before. You thought being a virtuoso musician was gonna frickin' make you a good sculptor? Are you stupid? Life is all about trial and error and failure. You either get comfortable with failing 1,000 times and getting one win, or you never try in life anymore because you're so scared of losing.
Controversial, the demon list rules were rewritten multiple times when it was added, removed, and then added again, all because of how contentious the issue was. The fact it's so difficult for people to grasp this kind of gameplay makes the examples of those who do more impressive. Doggy and Diamond are both established top players who put in the time to do codependence, and it stands out as an impressive achievement of theirs. They didn't have to do it, but they still did it. There's also the lively sub-community of people who fully dedicated themselves to 2-player levels and exploring that skill as much as they can. Resources like the 2-player list give people options for how to go.
That being said, I don't know if I would ever play 2-player levels. It does... Like, and we talked a bit about this because my hand was getting a little sore from Bloodbath, so I played the game for the first time off stream with my left hand. It does feel weird. Like, it feels weird to play game with your non-dominant hand.
Go about developing that skill.
So I certainly can see why someone would be like, oh, I just don't want to do that at all.
And finding others who are doing the same. Their acceptance on the pointer crate only gave more people incentive to check it out and give 2-player a chance. Players like Puckles, Konski, Motor, and more brought this community from a side thing to being a part of the regular competitive scene for the game. Codependence itself only ranks at the 60 spot in today's list, which shows 2-player still has a lot of room to become even scarier as time progresses.
Nullscapes
is the hardest single game mode level ever verified, specializing in the robot game mode. It was verified by Zoink back in September of 2024, and much like the
people
previously
love
mentioned
Nullscapes.
Bubawamba, it remained as one of the 2 levels in the top 10 nobody wanted to play. The level of robot skill required is hard to find, as prior to Nullscapes, not a lot of levels focused in on it as a main skill set. The level was so infamous that multiple people were cheating progress runs on it just for the attention it would inevitably bring. Adri420 was the initial progress frontrunner, being a silent clubstep victor and making a push all the way to the ending from 0, before disappearing from the community altogether.
This level does have aura.
It's sad just how close they got to making history before giving it all up. From there, SpookXD would grind the level in the background, uploading progress to a secret channel with entirely unrelated names before revealing his secret hardest to be Nullscapes. Similarly to Bubawamba, once the first victor came and its boogeyman status was destroyed, only then would more victors start to flood in. As it stands, we now have 7
Do you think, like, that's something that annoys me so much with this game in particular? Like, I feel like people can be so negative and they'll be like, this level's impossible. No one will ever beat this. And then you get a first victor and then everyone's just like, okay, cool, I'll try it. Like, at what point are we going to learn as players to just believe in ourselves? Why does it take someone else achieving something before us for us to feel any confidence in going for it? That's L mindset, L mental in my opinion. Just freaking try stuff, bro. The people who end up being the first victor for stuff are the ones who are just like, well, you know, I'll try it, and if I fail, I fail, but if I win, that's cool. It pisses me off, bro. It pisses me off that that's how so much of our human nature is, where it's just like, it's hard for you to go out on a limb until you see someone else do it, and like, then you just follow suit. You're not a leader, you're a follower. You're freaking geese. You're geese, bro. You're geese.
Nullscapes victors, which actually makes it one of the more completed levels in the current top 10. The most recent example of—
Sorry, I just want to be clear. Like, the reason why that frustrates me is because I just feel how much of the community can be kind of like negative and just kind of like they talk about how things are just like impossible and they put down others. And then it's like the second anyone proves that the impossible is possible, then they're just like, oh, okay, I'll try. Like, that's cringe. Am I crazy? It's cringe to have both of those sentiments at the same time of like putting others down and being like, no, it's way too hard. It's way too hard. And then it's like, and then like they're turncoats the second someone's able to do it. That's what frustrates me.
The level top players are scared to attempt is Cognito Hazard. The level was created for Matt Mart's Civilization contest, completely based around WizKid's unique skill set, in the hopes that nobody else in the contest would be able to beat the level before the time was up so they could win. It succeeded at that. In fact,
it's like if you think back to like, think about the space race. Guys, you can't comprehend this. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm Unk. I was born after humans had gone into space. But think about that. There was a time not too long ago, 100 years ago, humans had never gone into space before. Like, yeah, it's easy to question, be like, that's impossible. That's like, how can you say with absolute certainty that anything is impossible when time and time again, humanity proves that what was once seen historically as impossible becomes possible? How? At some point, you need to look at history and recognize that maybe you're one of the people who is like very narrow-mindedly looking at stuff. At some point, you have to be like, okay, maybe the one thing that I'm focused on isn't so different from all these other things in like this specific aspect. Like maybe I should be a little more open-minded and consider that just because someone hasn't done something yet doesn't mean I can't be the one to do it.
They might have gone a little bit too far, as nobody's beaten it to this day. It takes all of the—
Exactly. Air travel wasn't possible 100 years ago, and now there's an airport in every major city.
Most undesired gameplay tropes like spam, two-player, and memory, and combine—
Y'all gotta look at GD like you're a freaking dude building a freaking, I don't know, like building the Colosseum in Rome. I don't know.
them all into a level that—
You know what I'm saying?
To this point, hasn't received a single victor, despite being rated legendary back in February. The only player with serious progress right now is Bleod, who prior to this had beaten
I know some people are going to hear this and they're just going to rage bait themselves, but I'm saying this to motivate you all. I'm saying this to inspire you. I'm not like, if anything of what I'm saying right now is pissing you off, you are completely misunderstanding and misconstruing what I'm trying to say. You should be excited. You should feel like you want to go to war with the game right now.
Marion Shade and Tenkai Solo. They have the level in 3 connected runs right now, and after a short break, has
Sorry, I'm a pretty passionate guy.
announced they will be coming back to hopefully finish the job. This level will likely take a long time to ever be placed, just because there's 0 solid opinions to pull from at the moment. These are all intimidating levels in their own right, but let's take a look at future levels that could dwarf all of these.
Whoa. Wait, chat keeps mentioning B Crusher.
To start, we have UNB Crusher, the current hardest 2-player extreme, in a level that would place very highly on the list if it were to be beaten solo. The community has it in 2 runs, so it's certainly possible this could come along and take Codependence's role as the scariest 2-player level
Oh my god, they have like text-based stuff in this? Wait, this is actually a movie.
on the list. The main frontrunner is Git, who has 63% on the level right now. They also have 18 to 81 to add to that progress. There's also Magnific Cub, who has 54 to 100. The main obstacle to this being done solo seems to be 18 to 27. If someone out there can get consistent at it, maybe this joining the top 10 will become a reality.
Wait, this level's a movie. Wait, should I play, what was it called? Bees are inside of my head and I can't get them out of me? What was that level called?
Even farther into the future, we have the aptly named Zoink Never Clear. This level has a $1,000 bounty on it, and yet there's been 0 notable progress so far. I recommend you watch Smarted's video on why the level was made, but in essence, it's meant to push the
Oh yeah, B Crusher, thanks.
limits of 2-player as a potential evolution of difficulty when single-player gameplay reaches its limit. It's also a remake of a Lost Impossible level Smarted made when they were a kid. It's meant to be something in the distance for players to eventually conquer down the line. The current world record is only 23%, so it likely will take a very long time before it ever sees its verification. All of these levels are interesting in their own ways and set up the groundwork for underrated players to get the spotlight for a little bit in a competitive scene that is increasingly dominated by the same handful of players. People like Aganom, SpookXD, WizKid, and more were able to make names for themselves off doing what everyone else wouldn't. Levels that focus on the unconventional keep the top play scene more accessible in a way. The future is exciting with more avenues to explore than purely ship and wave.
Hey. Wait, W chill play out. Wait, so chat, are all these levels easier than Eternus? Should I play these levels instead of Eternus? Thoughts? Don't play it, it's not worth it? What if I want to? When did this come out? Literally yesterday, brother. People suggested in our Discord. Speaking of, W React, y'all, link in the description to join our Discord. Go to the React to This Teach channel. Drop the videos you want me to react to. Fire react to the ones that your other community members in the Discord have already added in order to upvote them so I know which ones you want me to react to. And take care of yourselves in the meantime. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I'm so clean with it, chat. I've been reacting for a minute, bro. Like, dude, I was looking the other day. I think if you look at like our React playlist on YouTube, I think we're approaching like 100 reacts. I have become big React boy. Yeah, dude, look at this. Freaking 88 videos that I've reacted to. Holy, bro. Holy content. All right, chat, I gotta take a quick ad break. And then we're gonna hop into Bloodbath, okay? Huge day for us. Finally getting back into Bloodbath. Who's excited? Be excited. Be excited. We'll be right back. Oh. Gotta step away, bro. Ow, my leg. Chat, I found something in my pocket. Bro, I found something in my pocket, bro. What is this? All right, y'all, let's get into Bloodbath. Rizzler. Woo! Let's hit it. Ow, I just pulled my arm. All right. Let's get the prediction going, bro. New best run today. We're either trying to get a best run from 0 or to 100. I don't know yet, but one of them. Keep in mind, my finger a little sore. Still recovering, still taking time. Don't want to overwork myself. we'll see. If we have to take a break, we'll take a break. We're not going to push it, but we're going to try our best. Just instantly 85% no is crazy, chat. Do y'all have no faith in me? I've just barely played Bloodbath for the past 2 days. You have no faith? Now it's evening out. All right, we'll keep the prediction going. I'm gonna play the game. It's time to play the game. And it's time to get my clicks going. Y'all love these clicks, don't you, chat? And before you say, guys, I know there's an echo. I talk very loudly. Yesterday, people were like, echo. We can hear the reverb. Dude, I know. This is the best I could get it. We either have clicks with a little bit of echo from my voice because I talk very loud, or we have no clicks at all. What do you want? I'm guessing you want clicks. If I had to guess, I think you want freaking clicks, bro. If I had to hazard a guess. Yo, mama? What the heck? What'd I do? What'd she do? First try GG boy, by the way. Ready? That one didn't count. That one also didn't count. Now I'm ready. That one didn't count either. That one also did not count. I'm still warming up, so that one also didn't count. That one also didn't count. If you go through the middle on that hole, it doesn't count, bro. It just doesn't. That's a frame perfect, by the way, chat. Did you know that's a frame perfect? Wait, guys, my hand feels so good right now. Wait, W taking a break. Oh my God. Guys, what's your favorite food? Mine's lasagna. I'm a bit of a Garfield myself. Your click sounds so wet. Stop flirting. That's because I submerged my keyboard in water. I don't have any favorite foot? No, I said food, not foot. You think I want to know what your favorite foot is? That's crazy. What the frickin' heck? Wait, W5 gifted from Lisco. Oh. Get ready for I think each of these alerts is going to go through. Can we have a moment of silence, chat? Can we have a moment of silence? Oh, I guess that was it. No, okay, it was just 2 alerts. All right. W. What was that effect on stream? What? Chat, what's your favorite foot? Mine is whichever one I'm holding. My own foot? That's a little narcissistic, bro. It's important to do unto others what you would do unto others. Thoughts, chat? Wait, I'm him. Ready for the doggy lock-in? Why are so many people saying left foot? Like, what is it in your brain where you prefer the left foot over the right foot? Or are you just kind of saying something? Maybe you're just saying something, but multiple people have said it, so I'm confused. I thought that was going to be a question that I would ask, and then people would be like, haha, that's silly, TJ. We don't have a preferred foot, but so many said left. Wait, how many left-handed people do we have in chat? Do we have more left-handed people? Type 1 if you're left-handed. Type 2 if you're right-handed. Type 3 if you could really go for a pizza right now. Type 4 if you have considerations of things that concern other things. I don't remember what I said, but now we have numbers in chat, which is pretty cool. Chat, do you like numbers? Me personally, I say number. I hardly know her. Huh. I want pizza now. Yeah, sorry. We can't go a single stream without talking about that frickin' food group. Or wait, pizza's not a food group. Do they still use the food pyramid, chat? Or was that just something they did when I was a kid? You're supposed to eat, like, a lot of bread? I messed up because I was talking about bread. Ow, my hand hurts. Do you like Swedish pizza? I don't know that Swedish people made pizza.
W.
Patrick, thanks for the big $20 dono. Let's go. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Debbie just hit the wall. She never had it all. 1 Prozac a day. Husband's a CPA. Oh, wait, I have Spotify. Why am I singing? Listen to any more of it, sorry. All right, let's take it from 52, chat. How about we stop beating around the bush? We've been playing it too safe. Let's hit this. Yawn, playing Bloodbath just makes me snore, bro. It's so easy. I have plans to become a human soundboard. I mean, I already do that, basically. Anytime someone says something that makes me think of something, I then say it. It's kind of my most toxic trait. Like, people will walk up to me and be like, hey, TJ, how's it going? And I'll be like, fine, how are you? It's like really weird. Dude, honestly, screw this orb spam. Sorry. Sorry for swearing. One, two, what? That's how I do it. Chat, I know that I could go for like just before 71 to technically get a new set. Or, what? New best. Guys, say something. You guys stop saying stuff. Say something funny. I'm saying so much stuff and you guys are saying so little. Talk to me. I'm lonely right now. Someone say something. Potato? Sorry, that one really got me. Bazinga? You're so freaking right, bro. You guys can be kind of dry. I'm trying to get you wet. You know what I'm saying? Wet from the 3. It's like there's an art to conversation where it's like you just like don't overthink it. Just like kind of just play around with it. What? Why? Why are you what? Out of context clip? I'm saying like I'm trying to make it so like you can like not think so hard about things. Like just hang out and vibe. I feel like it's a superpower for life. I don't want you to feel so nervous when you're in my chat. Drop the ego, stay a while. Sometimes it feels like you guys are waiting for me to give you some kind of conversation topic, like, what's your favorite dinosaur? And you don't know what to do until I ask you what your favorite dinosaur is. And then sometimes I ask you what your favorite dinosaur is and nobody answers. T-Rex? Thanks, man. Sometimes being a streamer feels like you're a stand-up comedian, but like your whole thing is like you're trying to engage folks and get them to interact. So it's basically like constant crowd work. bread, type 17. If pizza is a sandwich, type 18. If you don't really know where you left your car keys, type 20. If you think that I forgot 19 on purpose, type 19. If you think that I didn't forget it on purpose, type 21. If you know what 10 plus 9 is. Did we all follow? And 20 examples is enough. 21. How's the 21 meme still go? Is that still going strong? Do people still like that? Guy refresh chat with 20 sentences. Hey, I gotta keep you entertained. I reference it every once in a while. Yeah, every once in a while I'll just start counting to freaking 30 for the heck of it, you know? You guys ever do that? I'll usually do it to impress my friends. Like, there'll be a lull in the conversation. They'll be like, did you guys know that I can count pretty high? And they'll be like, what? And I'll be like, that's clearly an invitation that they want to see me do it. And I'll go like, here, I'll start at 1, as is per usual, you know? I think typically when you count, you start at 1, unless you're counting backwards from somewhere. And so I'm like, all right, guys, strap in. And they're like, okay. And then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And then they start looking at me really uncomfortably. And I'm like, I know what comes after 11. And they're like, no, yeah, we wouldn't doubt that. And then I double down. I'm like, I know what comes after 11. And then I start, like, tears start rolling in my eyes. And then I run away. Anyway, I haven't talked to those guys for like 3 weeks now. But if they really cared about me, they would have texted. What the hell is summer school? Summer school is when you don't do too very good at it, and then you have to go to more of it. Me personally, I never went to summer school. They keep sending me letters, like when you forget to return a VHS to Blockbuster. Folks in chat, you know about this? Remember Blockbuster when we would rent VHS tapes for our VCR? This is topical, right? You guys know about this? Have you heard about this? Blockbuster? Yeah. Anyway, it's like that. They keep sending me letters. Sorry, letters are these things that adults get in the mail for some reason still in 2026 when most things could just be digital. And for some reason, we still have physical mail. Why? I don't know. And my mailman keeps asking me for kisses, and I don't really know how to answer. I had to wait so long for my last paycheck because they sent it through mail. Yeah, like, why are they doing that? Like, just get over it, right? I think that jobs should pay their employees unlimited money. Thoughts? Because I think as a business owner, like, obviously you care about your customers, but the employees are the ones who are, like, at the bottom, on your bottom, like, they're trying to help you. If I was ever a CEO, I would pay my employees minimum $12. And to some of you saying, TJ, $12 isn't even that much, it's like, right. But it's like, it's a lot more than some people do. Who here has a job? Buddy, probably no one. If you're in my chat and you have a job, that's crazy. I'm gonna sip my coffee now. What's up, Master X? How's it going? You have to farm aura for the clip? Wait. Does not reacting when you get a new best farm aura? I would rather be chalant. In a world full of nonchalant bumfucks who are trying to appear cooler than they actually are, I would rather be like, yeah. Maybe I'm the bad guy. You can't fake what I have, bro. And what I have is a heart with a song to sing. And here it goes. It's a song that goes like this. Hey, yeah, every time I see your face, my heart goes inside of itself. And I put it up on the shelf for later, for keeps. And it leaps all around. Anyway, I'm probably going to cut the demo later. Wait, you're throwing up? Why? I thought that was pretty good. You don't think that could top the pop charts? Pursue a singing career? That was pretty good, right? Wait, that was genuinely a good song. That's a song I've been working on for like at least 10 days. Can you beat it already? I need to study. Dude, I wish. But if wishes were fishes, I'd have a dozen. Guys, what Dragon Ball Z character do you think I am? No glaze. Be honest. I can take it. The ugly cat? Wait, you mean Beerus? The god? How sweet of you. Stop! Hammer time.
You think I look like Vegeta?
No. What's up, Alt-Ziety? Alt-Ziety. Oh, wait. I should lock in. I can hear bros clicks now? I knew I would die there because Michigan looks really bad today. What if I threw up live on stream? Would you report it or would you just play it cool? Yeah, this is my first time ever playing Michigan, guys. I think I'm gonna try and fluke it from the beginning right now. All right, this is my first time. I've never, ever, guys. Oh, guys, welcome to my video, guys. Welcome, guys. Geometry Dash is a game that was made by Robert Tapala. That's all I have to say. Guys, ready? Guys, welcome. Guys, this is Michigan. And it's kind of a funny... Guys, this part of the level, this is one of the hardest parts of Bloodbath in the game. There's a game. It's called Geometry Dash. It came out 5 years ago. This is Michigan. And I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. What the heck is this square guy gonna do? This ain't SpongeBob. Watch. Oh crap, pre-rolls are running. I gotta take a 3-minute ad break, sorry. BRB. B out of B. B out of B. Oh, wait, Game Chops, bring the beat in. Oh, Game Chops faded. 3-minute ad break. Oh, it hurts. Guys. Guys. Can someone tell me why Tony Hawk is in my house right now? Like, what is he doing here, bro? Guys, Tony Hawk is in my house right now. Guys, Tony Hawk's in my house right now. Guys, Tony Hawk is in my house right now. Dude. Dude, Tony Hawk's in my house. Dude. Bro! Guys, Tony Hawk's in my house. Yo, chat. Can someone tell me why Tony Hawk's in my house right now? I took a picture. Guys, Tony Hawk's in my house right now. Guys, my hand's been feeling great today. What's your favorite show? Probably my stream. Lucrum 36, you think I'm gonna beat the whole level right now, chat? Like it's a question. Think it's ever even a frickin' question, bro. Come on. Be frickin' real for a second, bro. I'm literally about to beat the level right now. Imagine how people react, bro. Imagine. I fluke Bloodbath from 36 and everybody's just like, oh, that's crazy. Of course you are the GOAT of GD, better than Zoink. Let's not. Guys, let's not get crazy. I am a human person. I am not a GOAT. I promise. I'm not a GOAT wearing a human disguise. I don't look like the character in Steph Curry's GOAT. Wearing fake human skin. Like, let's get our heads out of our, out of the clouds. Long ago, it seems so long ago, how young and innocent we were. I'm gonna sip it. Yummy. Dude, some people are like this. Whoa. And that's what I've been saying. That's some observational comedy for all of you in the nosebleeds right now. When I stream, I like to pretend that I am in a stadium. Basically, I pretend whenever I stream that I'm at the Super Bowl. And here's one that really, like, this one always knocks them out. I'm like, Super Bowl? I just brought a regular size spoon. Super Bowl? I'm gonna need a bigger spoon. Damn. Ooh, gotta stretch the wrist. It's tightening up. Ah. It's not bad, man. After giving my hand a break on Bloodbath the past better part of 2 days, I think it could be going worse. You can get a new best, I believe in you. Thanks, man. The best run today is 30%. Is that true? That is not bad, chat. Oops, I needed to click faster there. Remember, chat, click on time. Not too late, not too early. Ooh. You guys think Doggy's gonna beat Grief soon? I think so. Probably before Independence Day. I do think it's even possible he beats it this month. It's definitely possible. I suppose time will tell. But it is cool, man. It's an exciting part to be a member of the GD community. Dude, I can't imagine how much relief Doggy's gonna feel once he beats it too. He'll be able to like actually enjoy the game he likes again. That was on me, I got out. Ooh. Was he playing Tidal Wave? Was he playing Tidal Wave as a break from Grief? That's Aura. That's funny. I'll probably go for Tidal Wave at some point, chat. How long is Tidal Wave again? Yeah, I actually saw Pop Off get 71 last night. Pretty good. And that level is it's only gameplay up to like 88%, right? Like it ends with a cutscene, so that's actually very close. Two or 3 minutes? That's not so bad. Tidal wave's 3 minutes. All right, that is certainly my upper echelon of level. We'll see. %87% without end screen in society? Ah. You're becoming very consistent? Yeah, it's not bad. We're fully in the phase of Bloodbath, chat, where it's just like, we kind of just send runs from 0 and we prage. The new bests will come. Dude, I'm gonna time out this guy on YouTube. You're not really doing anything wrong, but like, you're just kind of taking control of the chat. I'll see you tomorrow. I think you need to chill out, man. Like, everyone stop typing because this one dude is just typing a million messages. Sorry. That took me a while to notice. My bad, YouTube chat. Again, guys, read the room. If you are ever in chat and you see like a wall of just your name and the messages you type, you might be typing too much. It's a bit of a vibe thing. Yeah, like I'm seeing Video A513 is the first like person I've seen in YouTube chat who wasn't that one guy in like the past like 20 minutes, it feels like. So shout out you. I'm sorry that happened. But yeah, just the 24-hour timeout. Chill out a bit, man. We'll see you tomorrow. I think you're a good chatter, just like a little too much sauce. Justice for the guy in YouTube chat. I mean, I don't think he's a bad guy. I think sometimes chatters just like they can be a little domineering. And I want everyone to feel like they're comfortable and able to chat. When one chatter is just like constantly chatting, it can kind of demotivate other people from engaging in chat, you know? What do you rate your consistency on a scale of 1 to 10? Probably like a 6. Crack today. I got an itch in my thumb though. But nice, we reached crack today. That's not bad. Not bad. The 27% curse. To a degree, yes. I also just think like, from what I've heard, everybody who's been a Bloodbath victor, Michigan is just one of those parts from 0 that you're gonna die to it. You can either feel some type of way about it or just kind of accept it, right? Or at least, like, that's my takeaway. If everybody talks about how troll Michigan can be from 0, it's like, I probably just need to accept it, and, like, eventually it'll pass, right? But I don't think it definitely doesn't help me by being like, stupid Michigan, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's one of those things where you just kind of have to deal with it mentally and emotionally and accept that it'll pass. Is a Bloodbath Victor? Michigan's terrible from 0? Yeah. It can be brutal, you know? But this is another reason why we're doing attempts from 0 on Bloodbath every stream, chat, at this point, is because we need to get... Like, we need to just feel what it, like, Bloodbath actually feels like as a level. Like, we can keep start positioning like we've been doing for most of this challenge, but at this point, we need to feel the flow of the level from 0. It's imperative to us beating it. So if we're going to get stuck on and not be able to get Michigan clears like 1,000 attempts in a row, so be it, right? Like, these are the attempts that must happen to us in order to beat Bloodbath. Oops. Michigan from 0 for me was nerve-wracking at first, but after some time it gets consistent, but you may build up some nerves because of the auto, even if you're consistent. No, yeah, for sure. That's the main thing. I think it's the same way I used to get super nervous at Vermilion Ball. And don't get me wrong, I still get like a little bit of nerves on Vermilion Ball. The amount of nerves I used to feel at the beginning of Vermilion Ball have now translated to Michigan. That's another reason why I want to do more runs from 0 is like, you know, I know that developing nerve control with runs from 0 is basically just like getting more runs from 0 where you get further. I mean, I've known that with GD like pretty much since I started playing it, right? Like, that's... Every level feels that way. You are nervous on a part until you've gotten to it enough times from 0 to be less nervous. Like, that's kind of like the central gameplay loop, at least in my opinion. So the only way to decrease your nerves from 0 on a part is to get consistent from 0, right? There's no shortcut for that part. Obviously, developing consistency for a part of the level in isolation is important, but the way a part feels in isolation versus how it feels from 0, like, it's gonna be pretty incomparable emotionally and mentally speaking, right? Your brain is just going to be under a different load, and your psyche is going to be under a different load as well. Brutal. I think that's good for today, chat. I don't want to overdo it. I feel pretty good. I'm ending on TikTok. Peace out. Take care of yourselves. We'll be back tomorrow, chat. This was a very successful day back on Bloodbath. I feel very good. I feel my wrist, it's not in pain, but I feel it tightening up a little bit. And so I just want to, I'm going to unplug. I'm probably going to take the rest of the day off Bloodbath because there's a part of me that wants to be like, oh, I want to practice later this evening, but I think this is good. So I think we've made a good adjustment. Like I said, I'm going to stick to max 4 hours of GD playing per day. So like if I do 2 or 3 hours of gameplay on stream, that means I only have like 1 or 2 hours later in the evening. I'm not taking a break for a few days. No. Okay. Sorry. That's a chatter that's not listening to me. That's fine. That's my goal, and I think that's going to help. You think you're going to do Bloodbath in 2 runs this year? Guys, like, you think very small, we're beating Bloodbath this year. Like, 100% confidence. We're beating it this year. The only version we don't beat it is if I overplay and I mess up my hand and wrist, and then I can't play the game. But we're going to be fine. We're going to beat it. Fully confident.
Glad I was able to catch the stream.
Toaster, thanks for the big 349. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, like chat, we want to see if we can beat Sonic Wave before the end of this year. So mark that on your calendars. Like, obviously, Bloodbath is the main goal right now, but we're trying to beat Sonic Wave before the end of 2026. Which is crazy, but I think it's possible. Oh, let me cut this mic now. Guys, good night, good noon, wherever you are. Thank you for the wonderful stream today. Take care of yourselves. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. I am very excited. I think that this is the final chapter of our Bloodbath journey. And I think I finally figured out like the last missing piece, which was like not to overwork myself and allocate, like pushing myself to a point that's not helpful. That's just kind of like bad for me. So I'm very excited. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.